Hello, Scorpio. Welcome back to the Spirit's Path. This is Dee, and this is your December horoscope for 2021. All right, just to recap, this year has been the year of the ancestor. You made that commitment to walk through the birch trees, and you're listening to your own universal beat, and you're walking on your spiritual path this year. All right, and you're dedicated to it. And you've had a pretty good year, if I remember correctly. Looking at. I think this is more career related to you. All right, in the last couple of months have been more relationships, so it's been a very good year for you in career as well as relationships. Last month, November, was all about being fulfilled in your career, fulfilled in your relationship, fulfilled in your social standings. Just being fulfilled with everything that you've set yourself out there for your goals and ambitions. Okay, and that's great leading into December. So let's see what December has for you, Scorpio. All right. So the theme for this month for you, Scorpio, was look for just one card, is the Moon on Water. Okay. Now, you would think Scorpios are earth signs. Okay, and they're not. They're water signs. So, if I remember correctly, I'm pretty sure they're water signs. But, with the moon on water, okay, and with you being a water sign, okay, there could be some influx and outflux of energy, okay? Just like the moon, affects the tides, it affects everybody's emotions as well, okay? Now, what the moon allows you to do is it allows you to see into the dark places of your life, not necessarily the hidden secrets or anything like that. It's not being reflective to look within, but it's just those areas where you don't feel comfortable, and the moon sheds light onto that. Now, this is a life lessons card, so this is going to be something that you're going to have to look through for the month of December. Okay. The good thing about that is, you've got the full moon here as well, all right, to shed light onto those dark areas of your life, okay? To help illuminate the path, not like the pole star where the universe has got your back, but more to, like I said, shed light into those dark areas. The other piece of that too is it's a great opportunity of, I don't want to say being reborn, but you got kind of like the mirror effect on a water, showing that embryonic egg, okay? And that embryonic egg is it's like new life, all right? New opportunities, being revitalized, so to speak, all right? So December could be an opportunity to revitalize yourself, okay? An opportunity to look at things differently in a new light, let's say. And that's what that moon on water has in store for you, Scorpio. So let's take a look at what that first week looks for you, and then we'll tie that into the moon on water. The other thing about that too is it's got the Taurus bull there, okay? So it's stable, it's secure, and then you got the psychic energy of the herons as well flying through. So there could be some premonitions. It could be some, listen to your intuition, listen to your gut, with what's going on this month in December. That first week of December, Scorpio, is going to be represented by another life lessons card of the stag. Now, the stag to me is justice. This half elk, half man, he wields the acts of justice, but he's also got the shield to defend himself, okay? The stag in the wildwood forest, he understands that, that you may have to, build a campfire. You may have to chop a tree down, but at the same time, you need to replant that tree. It's an equal justice to make sure that things are done equally throughout the forest. So, if you're thinking about, how does this relate to this month, this first week, the life lessons card of justice is going to allow you this month to take a look at how your life is. Okay, you don't have to justify your life to anybody. Okay, but you can look at what's happening, and maybe looking at your expenses, let's say, and say, you know what, I can justify spending this amount of money for furniture, or I can justify going on vacation, right? I can justify doing things on a basis where something's new, right? Because it's new for you, right? And that's good. Okay, now you could also look at it the other side, say, you know what, do I really need to go buy a new car, or do I really need to take on this project, do I really need to go out and socialize? Okay, you're justifying your position in that as well. Okay, you're defending yourself, maybe at work, or maybe in a relationship. Okay, anything that's new that's coming up. Okay, this is yours. You don't have to answer to anybody but yourself. Okay, and that's where the stag comes in. The stag comes in to help defend that position. All right, as well as okay, if I do go out and buy a new car, this is what I'm going to have to do financially. Right? You've had a lot of good things going for you, Scorpio, and it's just a matter of looking at it in a clear head. Looking at it and saying, okay, if I want some newness going in, if I need to change some things going into my life, how do I go about doing it? All right, and you do that in such a way where I don't want to say the word that's coming. You justify the ends to the means. All right, you do things the way you want to. All right, as long as it doesn't exceed your budget, as long as it doesn't hurt anybody, all right, or ruin your career, you're good. All right, so use that stag energy during that first week, to help with that newness. Let's see what that second week has for you, Scorpio. That second week, the theme is going to represent it by the Knight of Vessels, okay, and the eel. Now, knights are, this is a court card, so this could be you taking on a characteristic. It also could be other people that come into your life during the second week that takes on this characteristic. To me, knights are fighters and negotiators. Vessels is all about water energy, psychic energy, all right, emotional energy. So, this knight is going to have his heart on his sleeve, okay? He's going to be very reactionary, but very... he will react to other things, and he's going to be very you can push his buttons very easily, I guess is the way to say it. Now the eel, it's the thing I like about the eel is he's able to slip and slide through the water very easily. He's got his own protective devices of who can harm him, and things of that nature. But at the same time, he uses his negotiation tactics. This knight does. Okay, he uses his fighting tactics. All right, he uses that emotions, to better himself. Okay, and the other thing about this, I just lost it. This Knight of Vessels. Knights are good for starting quests. Okay, so during the second week, somebody may give you a quest to work on, or you may come up with a quest with that newness. Okay. And that moon and water, okay, of, maybe that quest is, to gain more emotional discipline, right? Or maybe that quest is, not to get angry, in certain situations. Now, the question that this knight asks is, where are your emotions running high? Okay, so this is an awareness for you during the second week, Scorpio. Okay, if things are already emotional this month, where are your emotions running high, especially with Christmas coming up? Okay, maybe people are, nitpicking on you, about, whatever, your job, your career, your house, whatever, and you have to justify that as what came out in that first week. Okay, you don't have to be aware of where your emotions are at. Okay, where they don't have to be running high. And then the other thing is use your communication skills. Okay, with this moon on water, if this is something new to you, what needs to be expressed sensitively? Do so in a way where it's not hurting other people's feelings. Because even though things may be running high for you, okay, you can handle it. Other people may be emotional about it as well. All right. And this is where you can just express those things sensitively and just say, you know what? Hey, I've got this. I appreciate you looking out for me, but, I understand this is something new, and, a lot of people can't understand it, but I'll be all right. You'll be all right. Right. And that's where that Knight of Vessels, he negotiates and he fights for what he needs. Right. And he's able to slip and slide through those conversations to where, everything's good. You don't have to worry about it. All right, Scorpio. So let's see what that third week has for you. The third week of December brings out the Queen of Bows in the hair. Now, again, this could be you taking on this aspect. It could also be, other people in your life. Now, it might be the same people that you were dealing with the Knight of Vessels. All right. Now, this Queen, the way I like to explain this is, queens rule a castle. She knows everything that's going on. Very nurturing. Most queens are. All right. And Bows is all about fire, creativity, and action. Now, this hair asks the questions: how do you influence those around you? If you are using that Knight of Vessels energy from the week before, okay, and you know that the emotions are running high, could you use that energy to influence those around you? To influence those, to help you to help them understand the newness of the situation that you're in. Okay? The new ideas, the new relationships, the new social settings, okay? The new personal settings. Ones that you don't have to justify to them. Okay? That's where these two cards, come into play. If you can control those emotions from others, okay, and during this third week, you influence those around you to your understanding, the emotions don't run high, and you don't have to justify things. And the other thing the other question that this hair asks is, where do you need to be more understanding? Where do you need, if people are talking to you about the newness of the situation, your situation, which is new, and they're trying to make you, be justified over that from the first week. And it seems like this is the common theme going on, right? Where do you need to be more understanding where they're coming from? You have to be open-minded. You have to be listening to what they're saying to you, okay? That second week with that Knight, as you're communicating back to them, look, this is the situation I'm in. Yes, it's new for everybody, okay? But, I don't have to justify myself to you. But yet at the same time, you have to be understanding. Yes, I do understand where you're coming from. Yes, I'll take precautions doing this, or yes, I'll take care of that. Again, that goes back to that Knight where you're fighting and you're negotiating for what you want. And the Queen is there to nurture you along this process. The Queen is sitting there saying, you know what? I want to help you out, okay? But at the same time, you're being understanding of that newness in your own situation, saying, you know what? This is something I have to go through. I appreciate the help, all right? But this is what I'm doing as I'm moving forward. And then, of course, that's going into Christmas, and, I'm sure there's parties and everything like that. People are going to want to know what's going on in your life, and, you don't have to give them all that information. That last week, to start off the new year, that last week of December is that eight of stones and skill. Okay. Look at what you've come through this year, Scorpio. Where you're at in your career, where you're at in your personal life, where you're at with everything that's been going on, social standing. You've had a lot of newness, okay? You've had a lot of opportunities to, start things fresh. Things are coming to a completion, but yet at the same time, things are growing for you, okay? And at the same time that you've been doing all this, you've been adding to that skill. The skill that's going to propel you forward into 2022. It's got your handprint all over it, just like the handprints on the wall, Scorpio. And that's going to allow you to take your skills into 2022 and expand on them even more, because now that the newness, it's almost like this is a month early for you. December is your January, There's a lot of newness going on for you, okay? But a lot of that has happened because of the skill set, that you've been doing over the last 11 months, okay? And now that this newness, has come to light and you're able to move forward, okay, you're going to be able to rely on that skill going into 2022, Scorpio. All right, so there you have it. That's your horoscope for the month. The moon on the water. You don't have to justify yourself. This is all about new things, right? There's a lot of new things going on for you, right? And it's shedding light. It's looking into those dark places for you, right? But you got the Knight of Vessels and the Queen of Bows down here to help, nurture you as well as fight and, be that tactician. Just remember that you have to be understanding. You could be influencing those around you, but, also look at, where those emotions are running high and what needs to be said sensitively. And then, look at that skill set that's got you here. And just, step back in December and look back at your whole year. You'll see that your skill has grown. Okay, Scorpio? So hit that like button for me, subscribe to the channel, and share it with others. This is D for the Spirit's Path, and we'll talk to you in a couple weeks when I do the 2022 horoscopes. Take care, God bless, and stay safe, Scorpio.